Hey everybody, what's up? It's Emily here, Curbside Herbs. I want to show you a little bit around the garden. What you're looking at here is our peppermint plant. That's our peppermint box. Over here we have some lavender. You'll see this. We had 2 lavender plants not make it through the winter, but that happens sometimes. We have some delicious strawberries and our fabulous strawberry box. You will see that we have a little sprinkler on top so it automatically waters, and we have some strawberries coming in. Over here is our onion box. You can see that some of our onions have got flowers on them. Later tonight we're going to clip off the flowers because we want them to use their energy to make the onions bigger. We have more onions that are wanting to go to seed. We might let 1 or 2 go to seed so we have the seeds. We have garlic over here. Over here we have our bug box, our bug hotel. And then this is our drip irrigation system. As you can see, we have a hose going to it, and then it goes through here and through this hose, and then out and waters. It's self-watering the garden. And then this hose goes down here and then underground to the strawberries, and then this hose is the hose we use to water the boxes and for swimming and all other things. Here is the sage box, our fabulous sage. We have more sage over here. We have some very nice smelling lemon balm. We just harvested some of that the other day. And we have some oregano over here. I will tell you, if you plant lemon balm, it is invasive, as is peppermint or any sort of mint. Here is our chives that we are letting the first batch go to seed. We are hoping that we can get enough seeds to redo our garden and then be able to share it with you guys. Over here we have more oregano. We have another box that has oregano. This oregano has been coming up for a couple of years now. And then we have some catnip, which later tonight or maybe tomorrow morning we'll get up and we'll get out and do some harvesting of our catnip. This is our chamomile box. Some of our chamomiles have started to flower, so we'll be out soon to harvest them. Look at the size of this celery. Look at the size of that stalk. This is all celery. And then over there we have some lettuce. Here we have a dill growing in with our cilantro. This is all thyme. This is rosemary. And some fabulous flowers. We have them all over the garden. Here is our hot pepper row. We have our first row here, which doesn't have anything in it. It generally gets a little bit too wet to plant, but we use it as our odds and ends row. If we have extras of things, that's where we plant them. But this is all peppers, all hot peppers. Habaneros, ghost peppers, chili peppers, long red cayennes, habaneros, anchos, Anaheims, Greek pepperoncinis, just a whole array of hot peppers. This is California Wondersuite bell peppers. What we like to do with them is we put them in our sauce, our salsa, and then with the leftovers, because there's always a bunch of leftovers, we dice them up the way we want and then fling them in the freezer, so all winter long we have nice peppers from our own garden. This row is tomatoes. The first 6 are cherry tomatoes. And I will tell you, I started all of these from seed. We take pride in starting everything from seed, or I should say as much as possible from seed. And we take pride in saving our own seeds. Look at the size of those tomatoes. And then we have another row of tomatoes. So we have over 50 tomato plants. Last year we harvested 416 tomatoes out of the garden for sauce and salsa. This is our popcorn. both of these rows. I know it's hard to see because some of the weeds have grown up, but I don't want to accidentally weed in a popcorn. We have national pickling cucumbers, both sides. We have a bunch of milkweed. You'll be seeing a lot of milkweed throughout this video. We have over 100 milkweed plants growing. They're all milkweed. And mixed in with the milkweed, you'll see here, is a French climbing bean. And there's another one down there. And the rest of the row is French climbing beans. And same thing with the other side. You'll see here we have cattle fencing, which is nice, sturdy fencing. Great fencing for a trellis. You can see that the milkweed wants to start to flower. We have another trellis set up. We have bitter melons, rat-tailed radishes, more milkweed, and then loofah gourds. You can see, oh, and we have more flowers. You can see this one has started to climb up the trellis, and we have loofah gourds on either side. Same thing with the rat-tailed radishes. We did both sides. And what I would like to point out is I put this little ribbon here. It's actually a twist tie, because that signals that then after the twist tie that something else is planted. So that way I know when things are coming up, I don't get confused. So what's this, I can just look for the markers I set out, which this year I put out twist ties. Sometimes I use ribbon, so that way I know what is what. It makes it easier. We also have diagrams too, so we know. This row is all wildflowers and milkweed for the bees and the butterflies and the bugs. We have some triple curd parsley here that we're letting go to seed. More milkweed, lots and lots of milkweed. Here is some Italian flatleaf parsley that we are letting go to seed. More parsley and more milkweed. As I said, we have over 100 milkweed plants growing here in the garden. We have some oregano. Some more oregano there. And then you'll see basil down here. And this is Italian large-leaf basil, which we'll be harvesting later this week. And another couple of oregano plants there. These have come up for the past couple of years. And then all over here, the basil you see is sweet basil. And a lot of pretty flowers. We've been doing some wildcrafting out here in the garden and finding some herbs that are already growing naturally here on the property. So that's always fun to do. But make sure when you do that, you know exactly what you're doing. And the last row is sunflowers. And more milkweed. And then there's the louver of our greenhouse. Right now this is telling me the outside temperature. Over here we have our mound. In this mound, this side is all zucchinis. The top part of this mound here is all birdhouse gourds. Here I have some patty pan squash, and these are acorn squashes. In this mound, these are yellow squash gourds. This is all cucumbers. We really like cucumbers. And then I have pumpkins. I have some big jack-o'-lantern pumpkins all in here. And then these are canning baking pumpkins. All the way back there is our beehive. And all these mounds here, that's our pawpaw patch. We have about 10 pawpaw trees. So you will see we have some trellis here. Because we have red raspberries. Here we have some baby's breath. And there you have it. There is just a quick view of our garden. I'm sorry if I missed anything. There's a lot in the garden. We are Monarch Way Station. But as I said, there you have it. There is a quick overview of our garden. We really hope you guys enjoyed this video. And check back with us soon.